Hello everybody with hey and hello, this is Shane and welcome to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we are going to talk about the books that I have read when I was younger. So when I was young, I was not really into books. I am more of a visual person, so I would rather see drawings, designs rather than text. Like, I don't have much of an imagination when I was young, so I don't see books a good thing as a hobby. But my mom would let me read books every day, and as in, bardagulan talaga. I mean, we would be sitting on this red IKEA table and we would just be reading 3 pages of the book. Speaking of my mom, without any further ado, let's go start with the books that changed my life forever and made me into a bookworm. So, yeah. For the very first book, it will be Archie. Okay, so gulanit na siya kasi most of the Archie comics that I have was borrowed and ayun, hindi na naibalik. So I don't know where it is na. So, Archie comic, I remember when I was young, we do have a math tutor and si Tito Dong yun. He told us that we should engage ourselves in reading books. Kasi if you read more books, makes your brain works on imagination. At the same time, it gives you more knowledge. Something that you could talk about in the future, something that enhance your vocabulary skills. So if you're reading a book, you should have like a dictionary beside so you would understand what the words are. So reading a book is like widening your horizons. Widening your horizon. So Archie was the very first book that made me start with the visual muna. Comic books. Archie was a thing, as in, you should really read Archie and actually indulge me to maybe one day I could draw something like Archie. So it adds up to one of my dreams to become an artist. At the same time, I would love to write books maybe in the future because of Archie. So si Archie talaga, my first love, charm. So Archie, and diba, I also have more comics on the shelf pero wag natin kunin kasi nakasupot na siya for collectible purposes. So Veronica is my favorite character in Archie comics kasi I don't know, I would love to be like as eloquent, as sophisticated as her. So Veronica. And here's the thing, my confirmation name, my third name is actually Veronica. So Janine K. Veronica. Yeah. Of course, my name wasn't taken from her, it's taken from Saint Veronica, but you know, Veronica. And for the second book, it would be Water Babies. So Tito Dong gave us a fairy tale book for us to read for the whole Christmas vacation. So it's actually written by Charles Kingsley. So it talks about Tom, a chimney sweeper, and one day he drowned in water and he survived drowning and he became a water baby. And he had a lot of obstacles. When he was a water baby, he met dolphins, he met lobsters, he even met a friend named Ellie. It comes to a point where Tom actually asked himself, where am I going? You know, when he felt like, I have done so many things in water. So now what? What should I do now? And he became depressed, and then he realized that maybe I should be a good person so that he could go to paradise. And the paradise, which is actually not really the paradise, but he became a human again, and he married his true love, Ellie. So I told the story, huh? So that's what happened. So he married Ellie, and he had a child. Okay, so that was me when I was reading the fairy tale Water Babies. But when I've read it after 4 to 5 times to 6 times, it made me realize that the Water Babies isn't actually your normal fairy tales of a boy who drowned and become a water baby, but it actually talks about like different stages when you die. Because if you guys watch the movie As the Gods, Along with the Gods, it's like that, but in a fairy tale way. Of course, when Tom drowned, probably he died and he turned into a water baby. When he was a water baby, it's like a purgatory, and then he's gonna meet gods or goddesses. And within the story, in the book, he was given all the tasks that he should be accomplishing, and he have accomplished everything. And he felt like, what should I do now? I don't know where to go. Where should I go? And he feel like depressed, but in the end, he feels like I need to be a good person so that he could go to paradise. And it asks like, my dear little man, what should we learn from this parable? So there is a question. So are you really reading the story? Did you really engage yourself in reading the story? It actually talks about that whatever you go through, whatever obstacles you are in it, you need to learn. So you need to learn your lessons, and thank God that you have food on the table. Thank God that everything that you have accomplished right now is good. And he also say this, okay, remember, as I told you at first, that this is all a fairy tale. Okay, so it's only for fun and pretense. Therefore, you are not to believe any word of it if it's true. So Water Babies, a book that engage you to understand the different adventures of life, the different obstacles that you're going to go through, and at the end, if you had a wrong turn or a right turn, everything is all about learning. Too much blabbering on Water Babies because I don't know, it's a book that really engaged me to think. So too much of Water Babies because I've read it so many times, and it always put me into the pedestal of understanding, realizing, and then engaging me to talk to the book. And then, okay, ito na. This is the Luma books. So these books are one of my favorites because remember I told you that I'm a visual person. It has my friend designs. It has drawing. So it engaged me. My favorite word for the day is engage. It engaged me to read. It's actually a compilation of all short stories that has moral lessons. So it's better than gold, as they say, because you're not just reading the book, but you're learning from it, and so many moral of the story that you're gonna get from better than gold. So ayan siya. And then myths every child should. This is my first book that let me open the door toward mythology. Greek mythology, Rome mythology, Norse mythology, like, mythology talaga. So one of my favorite stories here in the book is the Gorgons, okay? The Gorgon's head. So, ito siya. Yan, guys. So it's actually a story of Perseus' adventure towards killing Medusa. So this is what made me so attracted to Medusa's story, because there are different stories about Medusa, how she became Medusa, how is her relationship with Athena, and how Poseidon ruined her. So Gorgon's head was my first door towards mythology. It's really actually the whole book, but this is my favorite because I don't know, I like Medusa because of the Versace logo, and my mom told me that that's Medusa. So yeah, Gorgon's head. So the story, since I love his story, not because, okay guys, so I love his story because there's also drawing, because it's visual, but you know, this is the book na sobrang daming text, pero okay lang because there's visual, there's drawing, there's art. So yan, these are like the myths every child should know. These are the myths that you should love to learn and read. And dito yung mga nymphs, yung mga Quicksilver. And guys, this is where Wait. This is where I've read the very first story, how Odin lost his eye. Oh guys, diba? Marvel Comics. So guys, sobrang bumano niya. Iba na yung amoy niya talaga. Ayan. And this is actually where I was super enticed with the movie Thor. Kasi, oh my gosh, si Loki. I like Thor. But sometimes he's super hot-headed, but Loki, you know, he's a villain, but he's not a villain. I feel like that. And Tom Hiddleston really is a good Loki. But yeah. So, you know, guys, the quest of the hammer. Oh. The death of the Balder. So, ito siya, yung kay Odin. So, here's the thing, guys. Diba sa movie ng Thor? Well, of course it's different. Marvel is different from the myths talaga, from the Norse mythology. Thor is not actually Loki's brother. He's actually Odin's brother. Guys, this is gold. And then, this one. Boop, boop. So I actually have 5 books of Great Illustrated Classic. So one of the first books that I read from Great Illustrated Classic is The Prince and the Pauper. It was given to me during my 7th birthday. So I didn't know where it is kasi I believe that I lent it to someone and hindi ko na alam kung saan siya pupunta. So ito na lang natira. I also have like the Dorian Gray. It's one of my favorite. The Dorian Gray. I don't know. The Dorian Gray. I even watched the movie and the bida was Prince Caspian. So yeah, the Time Machine and the Count of Monte Cristo. I'm much more of the Time Machine because, you know, I'm super impressed with stories that go back in time, and even until now, like the parallel universe. It amazes me that when you travel through time, you create another universe, you create another parallel universe that is like, what is gonna happen if I do this? What is gonna happen with this? So yeah, this is also one of my favorites because I love time traveling. It's scary. The future may be scarier. It's scary because, you know, you don't know what's the future's gonna tell you or what the future's gonna unfold. So, Time Machine. And then, of course, the old classic, the Peter Pan. So I have 2 versions of Peter Pan from J. M. Barrie. So this one from the Penguin Popular Classics and this one. So eto guys, I haven't opened it yet. So I bought this when I was in college because I'm a super fan of Peter Pan. As in, I've watched the movies, different Peter Pan movies. Of course, when I was younger, I wanted to be a kid forever. I want to be like Peter Pan, you know, to play with the fairy dust, to go to Neverland, to fly with Wendy, to fly with John, to fly with Michael. So those were the things that I would love to do. I would want to do when I was younger, like go to Neverland. Yeah, Peter Pan is one of the classic fairy tales that I really love. Whenever I see Peter Pan, whenever I read Peter Pan, it always bring back to the memories when I was younger. Like, even though it's not related to Peter Pan, but you know, it's always like a diary of this is my dream once upon a time. So and for the next books, so as in books, this is my super favorite books. As in, I think this is the only books that I would love to collect when I was young, but of course, syempre mahal siya sa Saudi. But yeah, ito siya. I am a super fan of Mary-Kate and Ashley because of my best friend Julie and because of Full House. So my best friend and I, Julie and I, even Michelle, love Mary-Kate and Ashley. And I'm always the Ashley. I'm always the pa-girlish. And here's a fun fact. All the people that I look up to is named Ashley. Yeah. Wala lang. Share ko lang. So yan. Super fave. And here's the thing. I've already watched the movie, but I still read the book. But sometimes I read the book first before I watch the movie. And I know it's the same, but yeah. What attracts me to may mga pictures from the movie. See, I'm a super fan of Mary-Kate and Ashley, guys. They're actually my fashion icon when I was younger. And if only I have straight hair, I would love to wear hair like this. But I don't. I have curly locks. I'm Merida. I guess all of the books that I've read when I was younger, guys, if you haven't read it, so many things to catch up. I don't know. Super kinikilig lang. I don't know if there's something in me that if I read books about fairy tales, adventures, horror, or romance, it's just like I felt like I'm the one in the story. So I hope your fairy tale dreams would come true. So as my fairy tale dreams would come true. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching me blubbering of all the books that I love. Because guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't read some of the books that I've read, you're missing out. And if I haven't read some of the books that you guys have read, maybe I'll probably be missing out. So we're missing out on so many books that are on the shelf. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope you guys are having a nice day, and please do wear a mask and stay safe guys, be healthy. Bye.